Hi guys, welcome back to my channel again and to another park up video. I am currently on the A41. Maybe turn the wind up a bit, I don't want loads of noise. Yeah, I'm on the A41 and I'm thinking about doing a lay-by park up. Not many people would be able to, it's not the nicest place to park, don't get me wrong, but a lot of people assume that's where you park when you do van life. So I thought maybe I'll do a park up there and show people what it is like, because it's not all as cracked up to be, and there are a few things you have to take into consideration. And I know there's a lay-by down here. Oh yeah, it says it, parking half a mile. I know there is one down here which is a little off the road, not majorly off the road, you're still going to hear it, but it's not just a small lay-by like normal. So I thought I'd head down to here and see what it's like. I'm not sure if I'm going to stay, I don't know what to do. I don't know if people actually want to see a lay-by park up. Oh, here we go. Let's pull in anyway, let's see what the crack is, let's get the lay of the land. Trucks in here, steady Eddie. First off, it's flat-ish, but it's not the best. It's not the worst. Right. So, and that is us parked up in a lay-by. Just on the A41. Now I'm going to leave the cameras rolling for a second when I turn the engine off. Let me undo the window. That's the first point. They're not quiet. And like I said, this one's just a little bit off. Some of them are just literally the lay-by. None of the secondary, like the little slip lane. So you are a little bit away. So you haven't got the wobble here, like most lay-bys, which when a truck goes past, it will shake the motorhome. But this one's still quite loud. You can, I'm assuming you can hear that on this footage. Now that will get less and less as the night goes on, and at the dead of night it will be minimal. It'll only be trucks 99% of the time, but again you still will have 60-70 mile an hour vehicles going past, which you've got to take into consideration. If you're the world's lightest sleeper, lay-bys are not your friend. They're not going to be your friend at all. But if you're like me, I mean, I pull over in lay-bys in my truck and grab 45 minutes sleep, so that's not a problem. I'm used to it. I could sleep here forever onwards. It wouldn't bother me in the slightest. But there are other things to take into consideration, including like parking. You've got big trucks in these, and this isn't a plug because I'm a lorry driver or anything like that. It's just to try and keep you and your motor safe and create as less aggro for everyone. If you pull into a lay-by and there's a truck here, don't back right up to the truck, because he's not going to be able to get out, because 9 times out of 10 there'll be something behind him and he needs a bit of room to swing out and then get the back end of the trailer out. So the last thing you want to do is butt right up against it. If you can, move as far forward as possible, and he's got enough room to snake out. Last thing you want is him, her, truck driver, accidentally clipping your motor, be it your van or the motorhome. a bad day for him for work-wise, and his boss ain't going to be happy, and you certainly, even if insurance companies pay out and everything like that, the bottom line is, if you're full-time van life, that is your home, and that is you out of the game until something gets sorted. So, other thing to think about would be safety. Obviously, when I park up in the street, you've got houses around you. If someone started robbing you or broke in or something like that, there's a lot more people around. Never had any problems like that, but obviously when you're in a lay-by at night, there's a few things. People passing know someone's in that vehicle because the vehicle got here. Unless you've run out of fuel or broke down, and you managed to get to a lay-by by a miracle, and then you've walked, which most people wouldn't these days, they'd just call someone. They know someone's in that vehicle, which, you know, unless it was an axe murderer hunting your blood, it don't really matter. But it adds another element to it. You see when you're driving along at night, even in the daytime, when trucks are pulled up and they're having a long break in a lay-by, they leave one door open of their trailers. Now the reason they do that is to show that there's nothing in there, so there's no point breaking in. There's nothing in there for them to rob. That's the only reason they do it. Because if they're curtain sider and they've got a back door, they'll open the back door, and they will. So then it will stop thieves slashing the curtain to have a look at what's inside to try and rob it. So obviously you are alone. Adds a little bit more to to think about. Make sure you're safe and secure, and you lock your doors and your steering wheel's locked up, and as long as you feel safe to park in a lay-by. I mean, I've never had any problems. But I know people that have felt uneasy being, in these lay-bys with just random people that are coming and going. But like I say, I've never had any problems, so I'll just take that with however you feel. If your gut says go, then go. If your gut says you're fine, you're fine. What else you need to take into consideration? Obviously, 5 in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. If you're usually a late riser, not till 8 or 9, well, you will be awoken by about 5 or 6, because that's when traffic starts to hit hard, and it will be constant out there. See, I mean, it's only 3 o'clock in the afternoon right now, so it's the quiet time of the day. Come 5 o'clock, this road will be packed. A lot of these lay-bys now have bins and that. I don't need to preach to the van life community, because I think they're pretty good, but just use the bins that are provided. If not, take it away with you, because some of these lay-bys are left in a state, and that's by everyone. I'm not blaming anyone in particular. Regards to rules wise, whether you can stay in a lay-by or not, particularly I'm not too fussed. I stay where I want, to be fair. You got to sleep. There's big 25 foot wide signs on the motorway saying don't drive tired, take a break. So as long as you ain't going to be living there for a week, which I don't want to see why many people would want to live in a lay-by for a week, but as long as you ain't living there for a week, I can't see anyone having a problem with you being in a lay-by. One good thing here is, unless you've got some mega amp, right, and you're going to be thudding proper party Ibiza style music at 2 in the morning with lorry drivers that are trying to have a sleep, you can make as much noise as you want, really. Your TV can be on fucking volume 99, and you're rocking, you're good to go, because there is no one around, and anyone is around, they're going to be sitting in the car. They're not taking a walk. There's nothing around here, although there is a little hill up there. I might go up there and have a little look, but there is nothing around. There is no attractions. That brings me on to a good point, to be fair. like where I parked up last night was in a residential street. There were people walking their dog, people walking past. Again, you know, it doesn't bother me in the slightest, but that is present. People are present and around you whilst you're inside the motorhome or the van. But here, the only people that are around you are... It's getting a bit warm, isn't it? It's something to do with February heat wave that we're having. We thought it was February. Who knew February was going to have a heat wave? It's mental. Yeah, but the only people that are going to be around in a lay-by are people that are stopping for a break to use their phone or for a little sleep. So they're not going to be walking around apart from stretching their legs at the side of their car. It's not a beauty spot, it's not a tourist spot. So you ain't going to have people walking around the side of your motorhome or the side of your van. Another point is they are pitch black at night. Well, there's no street lamps down here, so it will be complete darkness. If you want that, that's cool. I'll show my CCTV. If I stay here tonight, then I'll show my CCTV in the pitch black and see how it is. So I might stay here until night time, and I might try and go find a night park up somewhere because I need to do a night park up video. So I might do that. We'll see how it goes. Right, I'll give you a walk round in a bit, and then we'll go from there. Okay, just a quick one, guys. I've just got out of the driver's seat. I've come in the back of the motorhome. Now this window's shut, my fan's shut, there are no windows open, and this is a noise that you can hear. No, it isn't rush hour yet. It's only 5 past 3. But when it is quiet, it's quite quiet, but now if I open the windows, it lets more noise in completely. But like I said, you've got to take that as it is. You either deal with it or you don't. You don't park here. Now I'm going to show you around. Ooh, ain't you lucky? Show you around the lay-by. Stick with me, people. I'll show you the world. It's really noisy where I am, as you can tell. But this is where I am. Run over. But yeah, just a normal lay-by. Nice and busy now. Everyone's probably looking at me. Everyone's probably looking at me thinking, what's this mug doing? Filming at the side of a lay-by. But walk around. Nothing much to it really. Bit of peace and quiet for a second. Woo! I'm going to walk up there, the hill behind me. Let's have a little look what's up there, shall we? I ain't going to go up the hill and past anything, so let's have a little look up there. And then watch me fall like a tit all the way down. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to get down this. Ain't a bad little view, is it? Obviously motorhomes down there. Rest of the lay-bys there. A few others in front. Someone's actually dumped a mattress. What retards do that here? I mean, they had to lug it up here, for God's sake. I need to get down from here now. From here. Without falling over and killing myself. I'll keep it on record just in case, you know. I suppose it could be a blooper roll. Always good for a laugh, isn't I? Shit. Right. Oh, there we go. I said earlier that you won't get anyone knocking on the door while you're in the lay-by. Well, I just had someone knock on the door. Just a foreign lorry driver wanted me to shift down a bit so he could fit in because he needs his night's rest. He's been driving too much. So I know the crack. I know why he needs to stop. He probably hasn't got anywhere else to go.
he can't find anywhere else, or he hasn't got enough time to get somewhere else. So that's why he pulled in the lay-by, and then little tap, can I go forward 3 or 4 meters, because there was a gap in front of me. So yeah, I went forward no problem, and then I made sure he was all right reversing back, because it was quite a snug space. So yeah, you might get that when you're parked at a lay-by, but other than that, that will be it. I can't see them knocking. I can be sure, I haven't had it myself, but I couldn't see them knocking at 3-4 in the morning. Fingers crossed, but they might. You never know. Some people might. You never know what some people are like. But yeah, thought I'd give you a heads up. So that just happened. So you might get a knock at the night. What's the time now? It's 5 to 7 at night, so I'm wide awake. You know, I'm just doing stuff in the motorhome, so it's no problem for me. He didn't wake me up or anything, but you never know. That might happen to you. Just something to remember. Day I got here about 2:30, 3 o'clock. Because I wanted to go do a little video about. There's a fucking fly. So I wanted to do a little video about parking in lay-bys, because most people, when you talk about living in a motorhome or van life, they say, oh, well, where'd you park up then? Lay-bys. And that's not really and people even that are new to getting into van life think that you're gonna park, or they're gonna park up in lay-bys. There's a lot of downsides compared to pros compared to parking in other areas. Yeah, they're great if you're on the road and you need to stop somewhere, but on a whole, not the best. So now I'm gonna, instead of staying here tonight, I'm gonna go back to Hemel, because I'm only on the A41. I'm only a couple of miles away. Find a parking space at night. I've never really had to do that, to be fair. I've done it a few times where I've left somewhere and then gone and found a park up, but not often, should we say. So it should be interesting. Let's crack on, shall we?